Hey guys, Calvin here, and I am bringing you a ground war domination that I played a long time ago with pretty much all my gameplays, because you guys know I took a really long break, so there's been about half dozen gameplays that I've posted that are recent, but pretty much everything else is from before the New Year's. You see me here. This is pretty typical for me with a sniper rifle. I immediately pull out my pistol, start shooting people with it, but nonetheless, this is a fun ground war game. I don't do a lot of objective playing, but I don't have to, thankfully, because the other team is so bad and our team played really well. So I got to kill many people, and 80 kills and, I don't know, 6 deaths, something like that. I like killing more than 80 people. For me, that's about my upper limits in most domination games. So anyways, I was happy. The reason I'm using this rather long gameplay, I think it's 10 minutes exactly, is because I want to talk to you guys about the perks in Modern Warfare 3. I'm not going to rehash every single day this week, since I'm giving you all a video a day. I'm not going to rehash how much I'm looking forward to Modern Warfare 3. Let's suffice it to say it's a disturbing amount. No 32. My wife says I'm 32. I don't agree with her. I think I'm 31, but she insists I'm 32, so let's go with that. No 32-year-old man should be this excited for a video game, but I am, so sue me. Here we go. I have not played Modern Warfare 3. I'll give you this disclaimer again. I've not been to COD XP. I have information that people I know that were there have told me. Obviously, I've done a lot of reading and research, and I'm telling you what I think based on my knowledge of the series. I'm not giving you all recommendations. I'm not giving you class setups. I'm not going to do any of that bullshit until I play the game and actually feel like I can tell you what's going to be a good perk for you to use or a good class setup. For now, I'm just going to tell you what I think and what I'm looking forward to. So, without further ado, no fancy graphics, none of that crap, I don't do that right now. Let's just go to look at the perks. Perk slot 1, the blue tier as I call it. First perk, Recon Pro, explosive damage marks target on radar, pro ability bullet damage marks the target on radar. I actually think this is going to be a lot more useful than people think. The splash damage, excuse me, the marking the target on radar effect lasts until the health regeneration ends. So that could give you several seconds of valuable time of knowing where someone is after they've run away from you and hidden. Certainly an easy way to mark assassin users, which there's going to be a lot of. So I think that could be a useful thing for someone on a team to run. Probably not something I'll use a lot, but useful. The next is sleight of hand. Reload your weapon faster, same as in previous Call of Duties. Now the pro ability allows you to swap weapons faster. I'm a big reloader. I reload obsessively. It causes me to die at least once every 2 matches, probably once every match. Excuse me. So sleight of hand is something that I've relied on a lot. I wish I didn't rely on it as much, but the fact that you can swap weapons faster makes it a really good perk for aggressive players. I can't tell you how many times that I've had it's taken me too long to pull out that secondary weapon, and I've died when I should have won a fight. And I think this is going to really be a benefit to aggressive players like myself. I think the applications for it are more than just rushing. I mean, obviously it's going to be useful in taking out kill streaks and other things like that if you've got a launcher equipped. Alright, moving on. Blind Eye Pro. Enemy air support and sentries can't detect you. The pro ability, faster launcher, lock on extra damage versus enemy air support with your bullets. This is half of the Ghost and Cold-Blooded perk from the previous 2 games. I'm glad they split it up. I still don't think it's enough, but that's a discussion for another day. Will I be using this? I will have one class that'll have this on. That's typically what I do with Ghost or whatever. So I'll have one class that I can have that on if everything goes to hell in a handbasket. But it's not something I really I just don't find it useful. The next one, Extreme Conditioning. This is back from Call of Duty 4. It allows you to sprint longer. The pro ability allows you to climb obstacles faster. Both are useful. I'm glad that they don't have the marathon ability where you can sprint an unlimited distance. I think that is excessive. I don't think you should be allowed to sprint unlimited. It kind of ruins the balance and capture the flag and a few other game modes. I usually have one SMG class that uses this. I find that sprinting too much is something that I do too often and hurts my game rather than something that helps my game. So I have sort of trained myself not to use it as a way to not sprint all over the place and get myself killed running towards enemies. And the final perk in this tier is Scavenger and Scavenger Pro. Speaks for itself. Replenishes your ammunition when you walk over. Scavenger bags dropped by players when they die. Pro abilities start with extra magazines. You only pick up explosives if the person who died had them on their body. For instance, If you have a grenade launcher, the person that you killed had to also have a grenade launcher and have ammunition for that grenade launcher for you to pick up an extra grenade launcher. If you have a Semtex equipped, the person who died had to still have a grenade in their inventory for you to pick up that Semtex. I believe that holds true for Claymores and Betties, but that hasn't been confirmed. Okay, quickly, because we've only got half a video left. Perk slot 2, the red tier. Quick Draw Pro. Allows you to aim down sight faster and use your equipments and grenades faster. This is probably my favorite perk in the game. I'm addicted to the ADS faster. The ability to throw my flashes faster is just going to be devastating combined with Scavenger. I can't wait to use it. Blast Shield Pro reduces explosive damage, makes you immune to stun and flash grenades. So it's a combination of Flak Jacket and Tac Mask Pro from Black Ops, and again, so stoked to use it. I'll probably have at least 2 or 3 classes with Blast Shield on it. Hardline Pro reduces the amount of kills required by kill streaks by 1. 2 assists add 1 kill to your next kill streaks. Death streaks require 1 less death is the pro ability. Again, useful. I think it's going to be situationally useful rather than useful all the time. The 2 assists adding a point for your kill streaks, or your point streaks, excuse me, is a great pro ability, and I do think this is something I'll use. It may actually be something I use more in a support role than the assault role, which may seem sort of counterintuitive, but I think the extra assists granting points might lend itself better towards that role. So now Assassin Pro. This is sort of the elephant in the room. This is the one that everybody is going to love to hate, including myself. Makes you undetectable to UAV, thermal, heartbeat sensor, and portable radar. The pro ability also makes you immune to counter UAV and EMP, and no red target, crosshair, or name when an enemy targets you. This perk is still so absurdly overpowered when compared to every other perk in the game that it just boggles my mind. Taking away the blind eye part of it was a great step, but why would you make a perk that makes you immune to 3 separate kill streaks and 3 separate pieces of equipment? I just, you know, I don't want to get pissed off and sound like someone who, well, sound like some people that we know, but it's a perk that I still don't think is well balanced. Will I have classes with it? Yeah, hell yeah, man. I'm not an idiot. I'm gonna do what I need to do to play well. I will have probably 2 or 3 classes that have Assassin Pro on it, but I will be using it to be aggressive. I will not be sitting in corners. Overkill Pro, carry 2 primary weapons, and your second primary weapon can be equipped with 2 attachments. I don't really care. I'm just going to be blunt with you guys. If I'm going to use a shotgun, I can pick up an assault rifle on the ground if I need one. If I'm going to use a sniper rifle, exact same thing applies. I think of it as a waste of a perk slot. Okay, now let's move on to the green slot, which they've made look oddly yellow. That is the perk slot 3. The first one in that is Marksman and Marksman Pro. I am confused about this. I know it allows you to identify enemies from farther away, and the pro ability, hold your breath for longer when looking down a sniper rifle. I don't understand what the initial ability does, the identifying enemies from farther away. That hasn't been clarified, so I honestly find it difficult to predict if I'll use that at all. Stalker Pro, faster movement aiming down sights, pro ability delays enemy claymores. I think this is going to be a great combination with an SMG class. I doubt I'll have it on more than one class, but I do think it'll be useful. Sitrep and Sitrep Pro, the same as Modern Warfare 2, highlights enemy explosives and tac inserts and makes enemy footsteps louder. This is great. This is balanced perfectly with Dead Silence this year. Probably 3-4 of my custom classes will use this. I love the ability to see enemy explosives. It means I don't have to run that means I don't have to run Blast Shield when I'm playing a 6v6 deathmatch or something, or you know, where you expect to see a lot of Claymores or Betties. I don't have to do that, and I can also be aggressive and still hear enemies without having to use Dead Silence, so I love that. Steady Aim Pro increases hip fire accuracy and allows you to aim down the sight faster after sprinting, something that probably for most people will see a lot of use on SMGs. I hear that the Steady Aim auto aim correction is very high this year, more so in years past, which would make this perk much more useful than I think it was in the past couple of Call of Duties, so I do expect to use that on a couple of SMG classes. And the final perk, Dead Silence Pro, makes your footsteps completely silent, makes you completely silent. You don't make any noise when you reload or call it out or throw grenades, things like that. The pro ability, don't take any damage from falling. To me, it's a waste of a pro ability. They threw that on there. I understand why they want that in the game. I think it's mismatched with Dead Silence. I don't like it. I don't understand it, but regardless. I do think Dead Silence is well balanced with Sitrep Pro. If you want to be completely silent, you don't get the advantage of the amplification of other people's footsteps. If you want the amplification of other people's footsteps, you have to hear yours in the background too, that with Sitrep. I think those two perks are balanced very well, and as someone completely reliant on Ninja Pro in Modern Warfare 2, I think it's going to be a good juxtaposition for me to have to learn how to use both. So I just talked very fast. Probably you guys have enjoyed it. I hope you did, and I know I enjoyed talking about it. So talk to you all soon.